Hey everybody, Nick Bates here, and today I'm going to show you a way that I would handle accessories. So there's really two ways that I would handle receiving accessories in IndySoft. The first would be a memo field. So when in the receiving event, when we launch this receiving event, we have the comments section right here, and then I also have this edit accessories. Just add a piece of equipment here. Let's add one that's in the right status here. So when I add a piece of equipment and I go to edit accessories, I can type in some accessories. Hit OK. And these accessories will follow my process. So when it comes time to return equipment, I could also call on these accessories. How I have this set up currently, it's not going to function that way. So I'm going to show you how to set this up. And then I'm also going to show you another way that I would handle accessories by doing individualized fields. So let's go ahead and go on down to Preferences. So we go to Preferences and we go System-wide, and then we go into Extended Attributes. So in here, what I would do is I would create an accessories name, and then I would go to the text and select Memo. So this is a memo field. And then what I would do is I would say, all right, read-only client, hidden full client, hit OK. And now I have a memo field. Now memo fields are great with receiving if you don't have a whole slew of things that you're receiving. So if I were to receive, let's say, a few assets like maybe a case, maybe a power supply, and some kind of like toolkit of some kind that then had a whole slew of parts in it. Your accessories could get kind of bogged down, I should say, with typing all of that out. So let's add another piece, and let me just kind of demo that really quick. C-1 will be our guinea pig for today. So if I have to type in, power supply, toolbox, item 1, blah. So as I'm typing those in, now I have this huge list of items. Now that's not huge, but let's say if it was 20 things. When I go to return that equipment and the shipping department gets this information, they have to kind of go through that list. And then if there is anything that I pick up along the way of my process, like let's say a customer wants to purchase like an additional accessory and I need to make it and then add it to this list, it would be kind of nice to have more options and to have a drop-down list rather than just a block text memo. So anyways, I'll show you how to set up both. So if we go into Preferences, System-wide, Extended Attributes, let's go, I guess we closed out of there. But let's go ahead and add back that accessories, memo field. We hit OK. Now we have a memo field. Well, next is we could actually break this out into individual. So we could say accessory 1. And what I recommend doing if you do accessory 1 is go to System-wide Custom List, and let's make sure that we have one list for all accessories. The next thing that you want to do, and we're going to use list 1. And the next thing you want to do is say sort. If you're selecting accessory 1, say sort by 1. So you always want to, incorporate the same number. So then we would just do that a few times. Now, I was working with a customer recently, and they have about 30 potential accessories. So maybe we would want to build out 20 to 30 of these for this scenario. So we hit OK. So we got 2, right? Just for the sake of the length of this video, I want to kind of knock some of this out. So system-wide custom list, and we then go ahead and hit OK here. We can say yes. And if we go up here, system-wide, scroll on down to, where is it? Is it in system-wide? Yeah, it's system-wide. Why am I not seeing it? Oh, custom list. There you go. Custom lists. And so add edit system-wide custom 1. Let's go ahead and add a new one, power supply. And this is where we can create that dropdown, right? Plastic case, you know. List a bunch of stuff in here. Now, how we marry that to the events is we go into options, go into workflow configuration. Let that load. And we want to take a look at our receiving events. That's my other screen is bringing up the search there. So we're in the receiving event. We're going to go on down to event attributes, and you'll notice I already have accessories in here. If we open that up, we have attribute name accessories. It's a memo field, and we're defaulting the linked attribute, or we're default/updating, and we're just going to do an update only because when the receiving event comes, when you launch the receiving event, you don't want anything from that's previously stored in the accessories field from before to show up. We only want to update. So we're only going to store things that we first put in with this event. So it's the start of the process. So then what we could do is actually select the company too if that accessory is in a specific company. But then we say accessories down here, and then that's pretty much it. Right? We hit OK, and now we're able to store that. And then in the receiving event, or that is the receiving event, in the return equipment event, what we would want to do is we would want to put this same accessories, open this up in that event, and then we would do, instead of update only, we would do default and update. That way, anything that's captured in the receiving event defaults into the return equipment for the shipping individual. Now, the cool thing about this as a memo field is you're only worrying about one field. But let's say you have 20 individual accessories that you need to keep track of at any point in time, and it's very imperative that we track these things, because if you send this back to the customer and they're not there, a memo field is great, but a memo field also doesn't look great on a traveler. So if the receiving event is creating a traveler of some kind, I personally don't think it would look that great. So what we can do is we can create some other accessories, and we could say accessory 1. It can just be a free-form text field, or what you can do is you can piggyback on that system-wide custom list, which I recommend doing. If you're going to take the time to do that, it was list 1, and that was in add edit custom list, system-wide custom list. Took me a little while to find it. Default/update, let's go to same thing as the other one. So we would just do linked attribute update only. And then here we could grab accessory 1, right? So you just do this 30 times, which I wish there was an easier way. And then the return equipment, do that 30 times. And then boom, you're done. You're able to capture all of those there. It's the same list that it's using, and we can update it. So I'll just go ahead and I'll do one more, and let's take a look at this event. 2, go down to system-wide, 1, linked attribute, update only. I need to check if I said update only. I can't remember. And then accessory 2. We hit OK. Let's open this one back up. Update only, okay. And so now I got the 2 accessories. So after you've added the attributes here, okay, step 18, we go up to step 2, and we're going to recreate the layout. When we do that, it then puts them in the layout. So I have the memo accessories here, and then I have accessory 1, accessory 2. So if we close out of this, hit finish here, reload all settings because we were in event configuration. We then go to the receiving event, and let's see if I can memorize this time. C-1, I believe it was. We hit enter, and now, of course, we still have our memo field. Nothing's changed there. But then accessory 1, I can click this, and there's that plastic case power supply. So I could then select that, then select this upon receiving. And this is really just up to you guys if that would benefit your workflow. I personally like it. Then when we go to return things, it would default these in there so your shipping individuals can just clearly go down the accessories 1 through whatever the number is. We could default the value in here to be, NA or something if you wanted to. We can then come into Print Builder and we can build a traveler, right? So you could have a traveler in Print Builder built that the receiving event creates, and it outlines in a list format all the accessories that you need, or that came with the shipment. So anyways, I hope you guys like that on accessory tips, extended attribute tips, and let us know what kind of videos you guys are wanting. Thanks. Have a great day.